What's the probability of taking 5 losers in a row with a 50% win rate strategy? So in this video, we're going to be covering the probability of X consecutive losing trades based on a certain win rate. So typically people are really happy to take a 50% win rate with a 2-to-1 risk to reward. It's a profitable system over time. But one thing that they don't realize is that if we look right over here, this is the 50% win rate row. There is a 100% chance that you take 1 loser, obviously, a 100% chance you take 2 losers, and the further out you go, there's a 95% chance that you take 5 losers in a row if you're trading a 50% win rate strategy. There is a 52% chance that you take 7 losers in a row. Now, people are still, they would say, oh yeah, I'm happy to take a 50% win rate with a 2-to-1 risk to reward. When you take 7 losers in a row, you're not going to be really happy. You're going to think your strategy is broken and you're going to switch strategies to something else. You're going to start to mess around with the strategy, even though it is part of the plan. It is part of the math. Now, where I like to live, just based on my trading personality, is right over here in this 70% range. There's a 100% chance you take 2 losers in a row, which is obviously fine. But the probability of taking 5 losers in a row is only 20%. So I would bank on the fact that you're probably going to live around 4 losers in a row over the next 100 trades, which I'm very happy with. For me and my trading personality, I prefer to bat for singles and doubles. I usually will not hold a trade all day. I'm not going for these massive home runs. I prefer consistency. And when you do have a strategy that has a higher win rate, like the 70%, you're not going to have these massive days. Obviously, typically what the relationship between risk to reward and win rate is the higher the win rate, the smaller the profit factor or risk to reward is going to be, and the inverse is also true. So the win rate is actually really important, in my opinion, more psychologically, because a lot of new traders always hear 50% win rate, 2-to-1, 3-to-1, 4-to-1 risk to reward, not really knowing that there's still a 30% chance that you're going to take 8 losers in a row. And at that point, you're most likely your account's going to be blown because traders are not going to understand the risk management because they don't expect actually to take 8 losers in a row. But when you understand this chart right here, it is extremely important because this will help you manage your risk. Now, no matter what, you shouldn't be blowing your account in 8 trades, even if they're all losers, because you should be more responsible. You should risk around 1% of your account, at most 5% of your account. But I actually recommend that traders look for something with a higher win rate and don't worry as much about the risk to reward. Now, the risk to reward is obviously very important, but don't worry about it as much because the foundation should be here. And I'm only saying that because the psychology of taking 6 or 7 or even 8 losers in a row, it is going to be very difficult to actually stick to the strategy that you're trading.